Hello, everybody. Build Forger here, and this is where we left off with the candy canes last time. And this time, we're going to go ahead and make Christmas lights. So first thing first, I would like to get these candy canes named and put in a collection. So on the first one, we'll hit F2 and hit red stripe and type red stripe. Then on the next one, do F2 and blue stripe. And then on the third one, I guess I'll go ahead and call that one pinstripe F2 and call that pin stripe. Okay. Now select all three, hit M on the keyboard, put in the new collection. We'll call that collection Canes. Yeah. Then we can move this all over to the side. And then we'll go ahead and create the Christmas bulb for the Christmas lights. Okay, so then we'll do Shift A, Mesh. We're going to go to Cylinder, put that on 16 down here in this pop-up. Okay, then go ahead and scale that way down there. And let's take it down even further than that. Period on the keyboard to bring it up close. So maneuver around and pan properly and everything. And it could be a little bit big for a light, but we can always scale more of that later. All right, then we're going to go to edit mode. We'll hit 1 on the keyboard, tab for edit mode, and select the top. Go back to front view, extrude, 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 scale, and then we'll select these. I'll scale that on the Z-axis, make it a little thinner. Come over here, grab this, bring that up a little tiny bit, and then we'll hit E to extrude that, S, shift to Z, and then in like this, and then go ahead and grab the top again, hit E, and then E again, and S, and then we're going to hit shift D, and bring it up on the Z axis, hit Z to bring it up, scale that down, then E, bring it up, E again, and we'll bring it out, E, E again, E again, scale it down, E again, scale it down, and then we'll do it one more time, E, and then S, and that should be almost there. All right, then we'll go ahead and hit L on the keyboard for this one. Bring this down some, like so. And it's not quite there yet. We're going to go ahead and go to the edge mode, select this thing, and we'll extrude that up a little bit. Then Control B to bevel that a little bit. About there, use the mouse wheel, bring it up, put some curve on that. And then tab out, and I think that should be about it. Okay, I want to select this piece and bring that up maybe just a little bit. Okay. And then from here, we'll go ahead and make our bulb color. So new, we're going to call this one Chord Green. Choose a green color, darker, like so. And go ahead and add another color. This one's going to be the bulb. Hit new. And then go to bulb. I'm going to call that bulb. Let's see, bulb. Okay. I'm going to select the top with L, go into edit mode, select the top with L like that. And then we're going to assign the bulb to it. Okay, come back out. Go to shading. Get on the bulb here. And then we'll create that material. We're going to go ahead and delete this principal BSDF. So delete that one. And then we bring in object info. Then a color ramp. This is the color ramps where we're going to create all the different colors for our lights. Then a hue saturation value. And then emission to make the thing light up. And just go ahead and connect these like I'm doing here. I'm going to color this one to color, and then the random factor over here, and then over here we can make the different colors for the light bulbs. All right, so the first one here, maybe we'll make that one red. You bring it down a little bit, or move it to whatever color you think is better. All right, and we'll add another one. Maybe we'll go ahead and make this one green. Another one. And we'll make that one yellow. And then maybe a blue. And then maybe a purple. Let's see, where is that one at? That's probably right here. There we go. And then I'll get a nice purple there. Maybe a little bit brighter one purple. Okay. And then when we can go ahead and go back to layout. Oh wait, we got to go change this first. We're going to do constant. Okay. And then we got to clip this and do distribute stops evenly. And then we can go back to layout. And now when you duplicate this, there'll be different colors. All right, so we got that part done. I'm going to undo that so we only have one because we only need one of these. All right, now we go ahead and create the cord for the Christmas lights. So to do that, I'm going to put the cursor on this, put edit mode, and I'm going to shift A, and I'm going to make a. No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Wait a second here. I do shift S, cursor to selected. Okay, tab out. Then we do shift A. Then we come to curve, path. Okay, take the path, go into edit mode, select everything, hit delete, vertices. Then over here, we can come down to draw, go into front mode with one, and then just kind of like make your loops, however you like to make your loops. Where you're hanging your Christmas lights. You can change all this later if you like, and I got more that we're going to talk about in another video on this. So in any case, we'll come back out to object mode. And then over here on the curve, we're going to go ahead and go to bevel, and we're going to do that on 0.002. Okay. Now I'm going to, now alt click to find that again. Where did it go? Let's move this out of the way. It's over here. Select that line, and then we'll right click and convert to mesh. Okay, then from there, we'll come over to the particle section. I'm going to go ahead and create a new particle system on the right hand side here. And then we're going to go to hair, turn this value down on the number a little bit, and the length definitely. Something a little bit more manageable. That, shift to go a little slower. All right, that should be okay for the moment. And then down underneath render, we're going to use change render as to object. And then down below there and here, we can use this picker and then select the bulb. Okay, and then we're going to go to scale. And you see that there's way too many of them. So we're going to have to turn that down, the number of these down up there, a lot. And they're still too big. So come back down to scale. And go down. About somewhere where we want them. Okay. And then we can come in and we can turn the number up a little bit more. And then here underneath, where would this go here? Let's see, render as, or we're going to need to click this advanced. And then underneath it, we're looking for rotation. There's rotation, open that up, click that, change the phase so they go kind of where you want them to. And then we can highlight this here and do this as Christmas lights. Okay. And then on this one down here, we're going to go ahead and put that in a new collection. We'll change that to bulb. Christmas bulb. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and put it in a collection. M on the keyboard, new collection. We're going to call this collection hidden. Okay. Great. And then we're going to go ahead and call that a day. We've got our Christmas lights all done, and we'll see you on the next one. And the next one, we'll make a reef. And thank you very much.